inside the room. Come on. No room for right now. So, come on, the room. Okay. No, we'll be back in a minute. Do some food, okay? Come on, you in here. Come in here and get your spot. Okay, he's ready for the show. Let's open the window. Come on. Yeah. Open the window. Stay. Oh, Kristen got first. All right. Oh, shit. I'm supposed to be starting something here. N Jon Zone. 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 N Jon
Zone. Brings us once again to the urgent realization of just how much there is still left to own.
The new number is
6 on the agenda.
Please note,
the
the new
meaning
number
of life. Now, Harry, you've had some thoughts on this?
That's right. Yeah, I've had a team working on this over the past few weeks. And,
Can you hear me out there, folks? We're doing a sound check with John's voice here. John's voice. Sound check. 1 minute to go.
2, matter is energy.
If you can hear me, say you can hear me.
In the universe, there are many energy fields which we cannot normally perceive. Some energies have a spiritual source which act upon a person's soul. However, this soul does not exist ab initio, as Orthodox Christianity teaches. It has to be brought into existence by a process of guided self-observation. However, this is rarely achieved owing to man's unique ability to be distracted from spiritual matters by everyday trivia.
What was that about hats again?
People aren't wearing enough.
Is this true?
Certainly, the hat sales have increased, but not
Put this up for you guys. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Purpose.
I'm in the John.
Come on, hey.
The Phil and John Zone. I'm in the John. The Phil and John Zone. I'm in the John. The Phil and John Zone. Everybody.
Phil's already frozen.
I'm in the John. The Phil and
Thanks for tuning in,
John Zone.
folks.
I'm in the John. Phil and John Zone. You get your fill. In the John. In the Phil and John Zone. Thank you very much.
What we would not do without Chicago Farmer, folks. Our good buddy Chicago Farmer. Always love seeing him doing the thing. Phil is flipping and flopping out of here tonight. It's Friday, March 25th, folks. It's our 100th show. That means for almost 2 years, we have been meeting up every Friday to do this crazy little thing we call the Phil and Jon Zone. We have a very special guest for you tonight. His name is Tater Staley, folks. I've been bumping into him at live music shows all week, and I saw him twice this week at 2 different live music shows. And his friend Teresa said, "You really need to have this guy on your show." So guess what, man? We're going to have him on the show tonight. And there's a parental advisory on the show tonight because, well, Tater likes to say bad words. And so it's all right because I think there's something cool about poetry and stuff that has bad words in it. You know, in school, they don't teach you that stuff. But in the real world, without that stuff, good stuff wouldn't happen. So don't be afraid of a bad word every now and then or a situation that you're uncomfortable with because sometimes it's there for a reason, you know. And as we continue to start the show off tonight, I need to do a little bit of sharing. And if you can, it's 4:01. And he's going to be here about 4:15, so we're going to get things kind of rolling along tonight. I'm hoping Phil comes back. Oh, Phil, where did you go, buddy? Where did you go? I was going to cheers you, Phil, but now I got to wait till you get back so we can have our cheers to start the show. I've been seeing a lot of good music, man. I've been from one place to the next place. Went to Yorkville last Thursday. You saw that. And I went over Friday. And then last Saturday, I went and saw Edward David Anderson. You might have seen that too. And then last night, we went and saw Todd Snyder. My good friend Todd Snyder had put me up and invited me to the show. We'd been doing some work for him this week. So he said, "You should come out to the show and see the show." I didn't meet Todd Snyder, Phil, if you're going to ask that question next. But the next best thing, I was given a poster with his autograph on it. And as everybody else at the show can attest, he did not come out and sign autographs for people. He might have at the very end. I'll have to ask Kristen if he ever came out. We did not meet Todd last night, Jeffrey. But he came out and gave me a poster. His manager gave me a poster and signed it, which is, that's all I'm asking for. I don't think I ever want to meet the dude. Honestly, I think it's going to be fine to just be friends with him forever, and that's all right.
Hi, John. It's yeah, I think the Russians are effing with my computer. But anyway, I've been telling you, I've met him like 4 or 5 times in my life. So.
You met Todd Snyder?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not talking about Tom Snyder, are you?
No, not that great. No.
I was just curious, just curious. So how was your week, buddy? How was your week this week?
It was quick, productive, fast. Thanks again over last week, John. I had a good time. It went by too fast.
It was good.
Thanks for
I
Pete
really
coming
lo-
over.
I really love sleeping on your leather couch. That was awesome. That might be my least favorite part of the whole weekend, but other than that, it was a wonderful time.
You know, he had to turn the guest room into an office, but you know, it's a couch. You could have picked a comfy one, but you know, you wanted the TV and quick exit. You
In
know,
case I had to
quicker
run
to
out
your
of
car.
time to pee. For sure. No, that was really good. Thanks
Yeah,
for feeding me all week. That was some great chicken, and we had a good time at that cluster plug show. Do you remember that cluster plug show? It was pretty fun.
half of it. Yeah. Yeah, funny comic there.
Sometimes when
I
you're tired,
remember half. Sometimes you have to watch what you eat after a long day. So I think I ate something funny.
So here's the deal. Like
I think it was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with something in it. I don't know.
I didn't meet Todd Snyder last night, but I stayed out by his bus for a long time. We smoked a joint, we laughed. I told a couple stories to some of his other fans, some other friends, and then we left. And apparently, then he came out and met everybody. So it's going to be forever. That's the way our relationship is forever going to be. It's always going to be. We work together on a business relationship solely, and that's fine. I really don't mind, and it's It's what you get out of it. You know, I feel pretty accomplished that we finished his album this week, and we're getting ready to release that in a couple weeks here. And as soon as they get that printed, and they'll be done for that. But damn it, he came out, Kristen, didn't he? Well, I'm glad. Did you tell him I was there? I guess you probably all said I was there, and then I left. So either way, it don't matter.
You don't even know your name.
I don't know. He ain't closed the show with N Jon.
But about waiting to meet somebody or get an autograph or you know, same one. It's funny. I still do it occasionally, but it's far and few between.
I'm the same way. I don't look at. I feel awkward meeting somebody who I look up to, and I don't really want to look up to. I don't want to make them feel awkward by being the guy that's like, you know, a Beatlemania over a little bit. You know.
I get starstruck or shy, which I totally am in front of. I need to say so much more. Even after people I meet, there's some musicians or whatever that I meet still to this day, and I know, man, hey, Phil, what's going on? So, and I'm speechless, and I got to go, and then I go, man, I wanted to say something, you know, and I go, and then I go, I look like a fool. It looks like he just fell off, and
he jumps down. He's a little table there. He's got a little table in the window. I got him a window seat in my house. The dogs are calling for
Tuesday, Saturday.
We got no time to kill tonight. We're gonna go right into the 5 records. Woo! And that's my puppy dog, Scooby Doo, barking in the background. My other puppy dog, Rain, doing a little bark, bark, bark. And thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Thanks for checking out the Zone. I got a lot of positive feedback in the last week. I actually went out in public and.
Hey, what do you?
I'm having a shot. Would you want to have a shot? You have anything to cheers with, or we just cheers? There you go, brother. Okay.
Here's the 100, John.
The 100 shows, and we're still friends.
In a row. I mean, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing.
I'll cheers mine like 3 more times. I have a sipper. Okay, that's what happens. I went to Phil's last week, and we went through a bunch of old records, and he let me pick some of them out that he didn't like, and he also had some special ones that he picked out for me. So I want to show a few of these records tonight. I don't remember if you showed this one at all, but I got to show it again. The Cousin Tom Graham album, where he's doing air guitar on a rake, and all his best duds, you know. And this is a really old price tag, says $6.99 on it. So, and I love at the back. It looks like he has 2 personas. He's a yardbird, and he's got a persona which looks like an old coot with a hillbilly hat on. And he's got like what appears to be like a Roger Daltrey persona.
Well, it sounds like his backup band.
You think it's a band? It's just
no.
It's
the Dogs. Sounds like the backup band. But the thing, $6.99, and that album's probably what, 50 years old? That's expensive back then.
1983, so it's not too old.
Okay, think about it. 17. That's 40 years old.
I know. I can scratch where you can't when it itches by Tom Graham. That's the top track on the album. I can scratch where you want when it itches, where you can't when it itches. So that's pretty sweet. I like Tom Graham. I'm gonna check him out later and listen to him. You're up.
All right. I just want to say thank you for the albums. Phil from Audio Phil's in Joliet. Me and John happened to go there Friday. I kind of got the days mixed up. We got a few, a box or two, but then I went back Saturday, and thank you, Phil, for all the albums that you can't use. I'm the last one. A record store can't use them. They throw them out, or they try not to, or they donate them. He donates them to colleges or to me, and I'll do something. I'm doing a piece for his record store. But anyway, thank you for all the vinyl. I mean, it's overwhelming. The stuff that he gave me. And these are a few records from his boxes. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't have it. So it's the Glenn Campbell. You might have shown it, John. You got that one?
I don't have that one.
Either do I. And it's A New Place in the Sun. So when I saw it, I go, I never seen that anywhere. So I thought, I'm like, John's, no, you haven't. So,
It looks about 14 years old on the cover, so it's pretty early, I'm guessing.
Sunny Day Girl. Man, I need my bifocal. I mean, I need cheaters. It's been 1968. Something like that. Hey.
Last week when he painted us, I had my glasses on. I don't always wear my glasses in public, but when he painted me, I put the glasses on. I took them off right away, and I couldn't see anything, so I realized he could see the future.
Who?
Scramble Campbell, our friend.
You? Okay, here. Do we got time? Well, I got a story about that.
We'll come back to
like, what, are we in a hurry all of a sudden? We got to go somewhere? Well, the Scramble Campbell was, I was laying in bed, sitting up, watching TV, and Laura comes in and goes, "Do you see that thing on Facebook?" Well, I don't have it in the palm of my hand all the time. To it, she goes, "Check out that painting." And I was kind of asleep, and yeah, cool. Like, I thought you did a painting of us. I mean, I looked at it for 10 seconds, and then not even that. And I got up and go, wait a minute. Got on my computer and went, holy shit. Thank you, Scramble.
He did us right, and I feel I told him already. I feel very, very, very flattered, very, whatever the word is, grateful that he would take his time to do something like that for us.
Yeah, I was looking for a word too, and I think there was multiple, but
I think that's me holding the joint down there in my hand, maybe passing you the joint, or it looks like we're both holding the joint. I don't know. Our hands are interesting the way he did. You know what? Those are maybe somebody else's hands. Okay, now I see it. Those are somebody else's hands. Phil and John Show 100. So this is the official artwork for tonight, folks. Scramble Campbell original, something that anyway. So yeah, so that's important.
That is amazing. That is quite. I'm so much.
I didn't cry yet, but it'll hit me. It'll hit me down the road. My next album is Dangerous Songs by Pete Seeger. Feeling a little protesty this week and about things in the world, so I feel my protest will be through music, and I'll just be like, listen to some good protest music, some songs. Pete Seeger was scared off the music scene because he made some comments, and they blacklisted him so fast because of his reddish ways, we'll call them. This is a great album, though. Jacaro, Never Wed an Old Man, that's a great song. An Ode to Joy, and Goliath, Goliath by Pete Seeger. So that's kind of interesting. On Dangerous Songs, he puts Ode to Joy, about Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Pete Seeger, if you don't know who he is, you better get educated, friends.
We'll love to live in this kind of life, and then we don't have to worry about politics and stuff. Jimmy Buffett in his world with his parrot heads and what he does, and it's like a club. I've never got to see him, actually. I like to be a part, where they live, down in wherever, Miami. Go steal a Russian $1 billion yacht and, hang out.
I'm sure he lives out in some beautiful coastal Florida area for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Cheeseburger in paradise, man.
Yeah, put some ketchup on mine. That sounds delicious. Oh, that's great. Big family picture of all his buddies and the crew and everybody.
Yeah, it just always looks happy. Anybody who's seen him or every time it's talked about, it seems like a good time. I don't know. So anyway, right on, Jimmy. He's coming to Chicago area this summer, I do believe.
When I was younger, I used to organize my records in like alphabetical order or something by genre. And one time I organized them all by the year they came out. Genre was too tough, so I organized them by the year they were released. Hey, stop it.
Then you had too much time.
But this one here is 1956. Harry Belafonte. it's really kind of Beyonce. You know, when you think about Beyonce, all right, Phil, you're up.
We're going to go with AC/DC. If you want blood, you got it. Bon Scott, the original singer of AC/DC. One of my favorite albums, classic beat up on my wall. Sorry about the cover. Whole Lot of Rosie is on here. High Voltage, multiple songs. I'm a big fan of AC/DC. One of the bands who can replace the singer from Bon Scott, Cliff Johnson, I do believe, that made it, and big fan of AC/DC. I'm an old timer. For those about to rock, we salute you. AC/DC. You up, Johnny? You there?
I'm here. I got dog issues
That's
right
fine.
now.
That's
Neighbors
fine.
let their animals out. When they let their animals out, I have to basically mute everything because I got Sheena.
Did you feed the goats?
I did something with the goats. This was here we go right here. One of the best shows I saw in my whole life was last Saturday night. It was Edward David Anderson and all his bands, basically Backyard Tire Fire, Alabama Getaway, Miles Nielsen, Dan Hubbard, Chicago Farmer. It was an awesome night of music. It was absolutely fantastic. I did some videos. They turned out like shit. They sound horrible. I'm singing. They're not great. But to be there and hear those songs played, especially the Wildflowers album, it was fantastic. So of course I try to support the album whenever I can. I could buy the record. So this is a brand new record. It hasn't actually been opened yet because I heard all the songs at the show, and so I've been like breathing on it, waiting to open it. But it'll get put in this thing pretty soon. But it's called Black Dirt, Blue Sky. Because he's definitely supporting the farmers around here and what we do in Central Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're not familiar with Backyard Tire Fire, folks, check them out, man.
I've checked them out, and they're coming to the venue in Aurora coming up soon. I'll be there.
Man, it's got some good songs on it, too. And they covered a Nationwide by ZZ Top with him and Scott Tippett.
Yes.
It was so good, dude. It was so good. It was great.
Yeah, when I gave you the downtown Aurora tour last weekend, we went by the outside of the venue in that courtyard.
Yep.
That's where I saw him last year in the drizzle, and then Chicago Farm in the Field Notes the next night. But
don't worry, just keep going.
Okay.
It's a message for him.
Why don't I see all this stuff?
Yeah, I pushed it. There's a chat thing at the bottom of the screen. You have to push the chat button, then a little window pops up, then you can type and talk. But don't do that. You'll just get distracted. We're cruising through this.
Don't do that. Why not?
It's about 420.
Watch this.
So
Go.
My next record is something cool. I discovered that I have a lot of these records by Roy Clark, but this one is cool because I love the song "The Magnificent Sanctuary Band," who I first heard by Joey Garcia and the Joey Garcia Band. But I knew it was something that was older and that was being done by other people. So it's a church song. It's a gospel song, And so my favorite record is Roy Clark and the Magnificent Sanctuary Band. I'm gonna beat these animals. I'm not going to actually beat the animals, but I'm gonna put them outside, I think, in a minute. Anyway, all right. So that's my number 5 record. You go ahead and go, Phil.
Hello.
Go ahead. I'm still here.
All right, we locked up. I don't want to lock. Connection's unstable. So, hi everybody. Hello. Okay, I think we're live. I got a blink.
We are.
All right. Okay. This is I got an album, the world's greatest bluegrass albums. 32 of the greatest new performers. It's a double album. There's a lot. This is going in your collection, John. I'd rather have it. And great photos. And here's.
That's cool.
Some of those I've never heard of, John.
There's a few on there I haven't heard of, I'm sure. And
oh, really? Okay.
Some of them are obvious. Grandpa Jones, he was a king of hee-haw.
Great condition. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so on that note, folks, that's 5 records. It's quick tonight.
More.
Well, I showed 5.
You're in a hurry.
I'm not trying to be in a hurry. It's just that's the way I get sometimes. These things. I tell you what. It says this webpage is using significant memory. Anyway, all right. So people are checking it out. They're out there. Some people are checking out that I don't know. This is pretty cool, and I shared it on the page of Tater Staley there. So he's going to come in a few minutes, folks. It's almost 4:20. I suppose.
The only way people watch us is when we get new feeds, because the old ones don't watch us anymore. They go, oh, Phil and John again. Jeez.
I don't know. There's this one cat, Jeffrey Blackman, dude. He's pretty dedicated to our show. He's telling me 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So.
What time is it in California? It's 2:00. Hey.
2 o'clock. Where? 2 o'clock in California. Yeah, it is 2 o'clock in California. He spends.
My team for the NCAA brackets is still alive. UCLA.
You really have a team still in the bracket?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Laura picked Arkansas. Did you? Because Josh Blades. They beat Gonzaga last night. She doesn't. She knows, but she doesn't know. But they won.
Real quick sports comment. How about the Peacocks?
What?
The Peacocks, that little small community college team that's winning or that's doing awesome. Have you seen that?
St. Peter's?
Yeah, St. Peter's. Yeah.
Yeah. They
not a
only
community
got
college,
like
but it's a private school, private thing.
Yeah, they only got like 2,000 people, I think, in the school out of New Jersey or Manhattan. In this, oh, that's Providence. Okay. Anyway, the Providence team, we at the Final Four or the Sweet 16 in Chicago. I'm psyched after this to watch some college basketball brackets. We got Providence College from the East Coast. The New England Patriots let them take their private superjet into Chicago. But anyway, St. Peter's is playing Purdue tonight. Purdue.
We've been blessed with all the stuff we've had. It's 4:20, folks. Enjoy if you do. If you don't, if you don't. Here's a little bit of a public service announcement. For years and years, I spent my life hiding, running from what I thought was not even a bad thing. And then eventually, they told me it wasn't a bad thing. They told me it would help me, and it helps me. So it's 4:20, folks. Celebrate. We're going to bring Tater in about 2 minutes here as our guest. Don't be scared. That's one thing I want to tell everybody. Don't be scared. I get scared sometimes. We all get scared. Don't be scared. If you get scared, call your friend, tell them you love them. They'll probably tell you they're scared too. And we'll get there when we get there. 100 nights, 100 weeks, 100 Fridays, 100 Fridays. It feels like 100 Fridays has passed. I can't believe it, man.
What is our subject for the ABCs later, John?
Basically, it's things we've done 100 times, yeah. So
in the last 100 weeks.
I let Tater in the room. He's not. If you're there, Tater, I can probably hear us, but we can't hear you. You can go ahead and get your stuff to go in there.
Hurry up and catch up.
Hey, there's no. Hey. Oh shit! He's been probably. That wasn't there before.
I got nervous.
I got nervous
after the sound check.
238 cans of beer.
I'm better now.
He's got a backup band. Check it out.
What are you watching there, Tater? You got another Zoom video going on same time?
Oh, this is Skinny Tuba.
Nice, Skinny Tuba. So this is my friend Tater Staley.
Open for him.
Nice. This is my friend Tater Staley. We've been a lot of things together. We just got officially introduced last Saturday at Anderson. And then we bumped into each other last night at Todd Snyder. So we figured there's something going on between us. We got some similar ideas about music, you know?
Hey, Tater.
So welcome to the zone, Tater.
Thanks for letting me do this. How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
Real good, man. Real good.
Having a good Friday. Where are you from?
I've been in Bloomington 50 years.
Illinois. I don't know. Didn't know.
Yeah. Born in Beardstown.
Nice. Central Illinois is rich with music. There's not, you can't, I mean, I lived in California for a while. I've lived all over the place, and a lot of places they kind of take it for granted. And around here, man, if you play music, you better be serious about it, and you better be dedicated to it, because people might not come back the second show, you know. But Tater writes a lot of his own music.
You should remember where you put your set list on your phone too. Yeah, this ain't working.
Hey, Tater. Tater, you want a chorus?
Huh?
Want a chorus?
There you go.
So we got people getting signed already. Our friend Jeffrey Blackmon from the Shithouse Wire is out there tonight, and Vitus Heidi Ditkanas. That's an interesting name. I love it. It's, I mean, like a Greek name perhaps. Ditkanas.
Who?
I'm not sure. New people that are checking out the show, man.
What? Ditkanas? What?
Yeah.
That's my cousin. Who is that? Vitus Ditkanas?
Vitus Ditkanas, yeah.
Hey, how you doing? It's my cousins and nephews watching from Florida.
See, so people are
Hi.
watching all over. We got Visalia to Florida to Central Illinois to
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys ever
Bloomington
watched
area,
this
all
show. Hi,
represented here
Venus.
tonight,
Hi,
Tater.
Heidi. Hello.
Tater,
Yes.
you play in a band? Or are you a solo musician? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I do both. I front a band called Tater Tours, Waterfall Bow, and Sticks on the Kid. And we played down played at Diggers 10 years straight, pandemic hit. So we're calling that, actually it was 11. So now we're up to 13 because I think I get to count those years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Pandemic wouldn't let us. But we are back this coming up Wednesday. We'll be at Diggers. It's an open mic. We're just going to do it once a month starting off. So I'm going to let people know because it's hard to remember, it's only once a month. What day is it?
Sure.
So it's going to be the first Wednesday. And I'm going to let people know what day it is I'm going to have all the emergency airway type sirens in the county. I'll go off at 10 o'clock the day before we play. I know some people. I'll get this done. And you'll hear the sirens and open mic at Diggers tomorrow.
That'd be a good time to do your show right after the sirens go off and everybody's awake and aware and pissed off a little bit. I got my dogs are barking again. They're having a good time, folks.
Did you feed them?
My dog has food. I don't know about my son's dog. Got a question for Tater, do you, Phil?
Look, I was acquitted.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I thought I met you. No, that wasn't you. Okay.
Tater says a lot of music stuff. I know we've been at a lot of stuff at the castle together in that area,
Well, the reason I was asking where you're from, because I know a lot of people, not names by no means, but faces or something, and I have not seen you, so you could have, anyway, I haven't recognized you. Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Phil?
What?
Where are you from? Or where you at?
Today I am, I'm from outside of Chicago, Aurora, Illinois.
Okay.
Western suburbs.
Okay.
A beautiful 41 degrees and balmy for the next 5 days. I'm waiting to grow my garden and starting seeds indoors. So anyway, I'm from Aurora. And
never played too far north, so it probably wasn't a band thing.
Yeah.
I played Pontiac, Dwight, up that far. But
you go to like Shoe Fest or any of the festivals like that, Tater?
No, or at least I haven't. I guess I played Chicago some, but
okay,
not much in between. Everything.
Pontiac, Dwight, Statesville. Would you do all the prisons?
No, hey man, I got that in a song though.
See?
So Tater's one hell of a musician, folks, and he asked me last night how long could he play for and how late do we go. This morning he asked how late do we go. So I know he's got a shit ton of material he's got for us, Phil. I don't have it. We're just, like I said, this show I told you it's pretty open format. We just play it as it goes. And if you want to play us a song, kick it off here, Tater, we'll give you the stage and let people get a taste of what
you are. I'm just going to sit here and paint in the background or get up.
I did put up a small parental advisory on lyrics tonight just to make sure so he can sing whatever he wants to sing. But it may be interesting at times, okay? And our show is not made for kids. I have to click that box every week when I put it on YouTube. Not made for kids.
What the fuck? I thought it was.
But
excuse me. See, the dog said, I swear, that made no sense. Sorry.
No, the neighbors have 5 dogs and let them out one at a time. And every time they let one out, it's a mess. But
now
so we'll let him play a couple songs, and then we'll bring him back. We'll talk a little bit more, think about what you want to ask him, and we'll go from there, right? Folks, Tater Staley, you can find him on Facebook, I guess, for now, and we're just going to give him the stage.
Try to tie that Chicago scene. And we'll see how this goes. Come on back home, baby. Try my love one more time. Come on back home, baby. Try my love one more time. Well, if things ain't just as suit you, I think I'll lose my mind. Yeah, call up your mama. To go. Yes, I called up your mama 2 nights ago. Yeah, your mama said, son, don't you call my daughter no more. Before you kiss me, take a look at yourself. Before you kiss me, take a look at yourself. Say I've been chasing around other women, but you take that money from someone else. So little Johnny sitting on a park bench and he eats a candy bar, and eats another candy bar, 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 and some mushrooms and a half a bottle of mezcal. And across the bench across the sidewalk is an old guy who looks at it and says, son, that ain't good for you. You just say candy bar, another 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 candy bar, half bag of mushrooms and a whole lot of mezcal. Little Johnny looked at him and he said, oh man, my grandpa lived to be 95 years old. The old man said, did your grandpa eat a candy bar, another 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 candy bar, and a full bag of mushrooms? It looks like he's not polished off all that mezcal. And little Johnny said no, but he knew how to mind his own fucking business. Before you kiss me, take a look at yourself. Oh, before you kiss me, take a look at yourself. I say I've been giving money, you take the money from someone else. You say I've been chasing around other women, but you're running around some yourself. They got the child advisory in Chicago, brought it all together on that one. Here's a love song I wrote. Second one I wrote. We might get to the first one, but I copyrighted this, and it's really easy. You want to copyright yourself. It's like $35. You send MP3s into the government, and you get a letter from the Library of Congress. And on the same day I got the letter from the Library of Congress, I got another letter from some recording company out in LA that said they had found out about my songs, and they had artists interested in my tunes, such as Barbra Streisand, Tony Bennett. And I thought it'd be nice if Tony would do this song. It's called Baby, You're Way Hotter Than That Skank. It'll touch you. Stopped and check out the band. I haven't even been to the bar. That girl I was talking to when you came in, she just flew. Look, baby, you're way hotter than that skank. Whoa, Ted say that pumpkin. You say that girl, she got dough, bring it up. Say she kinda walk like her shit's got no stink. But baby, you're way hotter than that skank. Baby, you're way hotter. And baby, you're way smarter. Talking to her's like eating blotter. Don't get me out of this hot water. Baby, you're way hotter. You're even hotter than her daughter. Baby, you're way hotter than that skank. find yourself in such a situation, I highly advise you say something. Just don't leave that hanging. She'll have her imagination rolling, have you pimping skank sisters up and down Skank Boulevard, skank and hitting apartments and skank Cadillacs with big furry coats. Say something. Don't say anything I've advised you to say. In fact, the best advice I give you is never take my advice. I mean, I ain't like you to be unkind. Wish I could ease your suspicious mind. Let's go outside and get some sweet, sweet thing. And maybe you're way hotter than that skank. Some say that skank, she's kind of hot. And they're talking about her out in the parking lot. But if she ever offers, I'll say thanks, but no thanks. Maybe you're way hotter than that skank. Baby, you're way hotter. And baby, you're way smarter. Talking to her like eating blotter. So make get me out of this hot water. Baby, you're way hotter. You're even hotter than her daughter. Baby, you're way hotter than that skank. Baby, you're way hotter than that skank. It's a love song. It's a love song. I might have teared up a little bit there, but
I like it.
Well, I was shopping at a quickie mart in the bathroom and wrote a song about it. Goes something like this. Working doubles all week. I can feel my ass dragging. I got a date with something sweet. Got a back up my bragging. I know she'll be peeved if my seats ain't up to speed. Gonna get myself some horny go weed. Horny go weed. You can pick it up at Hut's. It costs about $1. Amazingly fucking buck. They're open 24/7, so if your lady luck sucks, change your luck for a buck of Hut's. You know fucking fun. It's an ancient Chinese secret, a libido stimulant. Medical miracle like a rebuilt set of tits. 5mm Peter ain't moving into the Smithsonian. When I can get myself some horny go weed. Horny go weed. You can pick it up at Hut's. It costs about $1. Amazingly fucking buck. They're open 24/7, so if your lady luck sucks, change your luck for a buck of Hut's. You know fucking fun. You did warn them about the language, didn't you? Hear the sizzles leaving your moisture-seeking missile. Don't be a fool, get some fuel for your tool. Cause if she wants to get it on, don't let your big dog song get gone. Get yourself some horny go weed. Horny go weed, you can pick it up at Hut's. It costs about $1. Amazing looking buck. They're open 24/7, so if your lady luck sucks, change your luck for a buck of Hut's. You know fucking fun. Change your luck for a buck of Hut's. You know fucking fun. Horny goat weed.
Horny goat weed. I love it. Yeah, your language wasn't too awful. You used a lot of simile in there in that song, or what you might call like a. It's like some exceptional descriptive languages. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it sounds really good, Tater. What do you think like your musical influences are?
Country and blues, I suppose. Motown. Not much I don't like, you know. I'm typically a bass player when I'm not fronting a band, so because bass playing is way more fun. But I find it hard to lead the song from the bass sometimes. So,
well, what people don't always understand is that whenever you're listening to music and you're sitting there and your body's moving around, you're not listening to that guitar player or that singer. You're listening to that bass player.
Oh yeah,
that drives how the song makes you feel is that bass line, you know.
Now their faces might be looking up the star, but their butts are moving to the bass guitar.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's cool.
What's the last good show you saw, Tater, live?
A few hours ago,
right.
I saw Todd Snyder. It was just saw him at the Canopy Club. That's a fine place. I've never been there for a show.
You had never been there before. That is a great place for music. And
they took good care of us.
Yep, and it's a clean room, all those chairs. It was a cool night. It was very relaxing actually. You sat down and just enjoyed the show. My buddy of mine had to go to work. There's trouble. A buddy of mine had to go to work, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I said, well, basically, you just sat down all night like you would have at home, and we sat in the car to get there. You sat in a chair and watched the show, and then you sat in the car to get home. So it's no different from sitting on the couch till midnight. You know, it was worth it that last night. That was really fun.
There you go.
Cool. Yeah, never
got to. I think I got an idea.
Yeah, okay.
It's usually a bad one.
All right, Tater's got an idea. This could be a whole segment on the show.
The other room. Todd's in the other room. I know it.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, I didn't say. Did I say his last name? It could have been a Todd.
Sure.
Zoom, baby.
It could have been Tom Dean. It could have been Tom Harmon.
Tater's got an idea. Oh wait, hold on.
I just threw my notes away.
No, now it's an idea. Hey, I got a miniature notepad.
It
here.
is. That's a beautiful thing.
So it comes from ideas for things that we can do quick and fun. Teresa.
Holy moly! Holy, that's better than a cake any old day.
Here, shithead. That's awesome. My favorite.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Who's got off work?
Tater, Brian Flick's checking in and saying hello to you.
Hello.
Brian Flick always takes part in our show, so he's chiming in saying that you're there, buddy. It's so good to see you.
I was going to offer you a beer, but they're all gone.
So, this is was that your idea, or is that just a random thing that happened?
That was Tater's idea, always.
Right on, Tater.
This is our friend Teresa here, a fellow shithead from the Shithouse Wire. Teresa, good to see you. Good to see you guys last night. Very good to see you. And you got the blue shirt. Yeah, very nice. I'm wearing the same shirt I had on last night. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad I'm not smelling it.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I didn't sleep in it, I guess, but yeah. Very good to see you guys. Yeah, very good. Thanks for letting Tater come play with us tonight. This is awesome, man. Your encouragement made this happen. So thank you. Your encouragement is what made this Hulk go down tonight. So.
Oh, he's a hoot.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Stop.
All right, cheers. I'll see you at the show. All right.
Gonna play a little bass. Hang on.
We would love to hear a little bit. Tater, you are in charge of the show tonight. It's actually called the Tater Zone right now. So thanks for being part of what we do, Tater. We'll get you back here in a couple songs and ask you a few more fun little things, all right?
All right. Let's see if that camera angle is gonna work. That ought to work. All right. It's the room's kind of a mess. This is I don't know if you can tell. That's a 1939 cup holder right here that comes with a base. I'm hardly nervous at all now. I can do a poetry reading. About a couple things I really care about. I was addressing and confessing and obsessing on actresses and mattresses and cactuses. The blessing of undressing and caressing. The succulent fruits of topless waitresses. The revealing and the peeling and the feeling. The wonderful parts I love the bestest. Man, I can't be one to go talk to the rest of you, but I just love breakfasts, breakfasts. How long have I loved breakfasts, breakfasts? Loved them last week, last month, last year. I can go clear back to a time in my life where everything was being handed to me, good people, and yet I cried night and day. Conniptions, torrential. Until in my mind I come up with an idea that my thumb was a woman's nipple. I was pacified. I love breakfasts, breakfasts. She was a rise in a sleeve, massage of knees, double D's right in front of me. I'm talking gorgeously, precociously, circly, impercally, mysteriously, deliriously, suspiciously, meticulously, ridiculously. Damn, I wish she had three. She'd be triply, nipply. Triply, nipply, I think that's funny. Double D's enormously, a pair of C's beautifully, a couple of B's amply. I'm just as crazy about those triple A's. Because when all the cards are laid out on the table, love is immeasurable. When all the cards are laid out on the table, love is immeasurable. And all you ever own is time. Should have left it in the cup holder. I'm still addressing and confessing and obsessing on actresses and mattresses and cactuses. The blessing of undressing and caressing. Succulent fruits of topless waitresses. Yeah, the revealing and the peeling and the feeling. Wonderful parts I love the bestest. Man, I ain't want to go and talk for the rest of this, but I just love breakfasts. Thanks for letting me share.
Oh, it's great. Phil didn't leave intentionally. He just freezes every few minutes and disappears. We were doing cartoons while you were playing. It was filling our minds with imagination. So there's me asking where the hell Phil went.
You know, you should try alcohol. That'll help with that freezing up kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Bass sounds good. I love it, man. So you're normally a bass player in your main gig.
Yeah, in Tater Tours, Waterfall is a great guitar player too, so we switch it around back and forth. Got a Tater Staley and a 98 Jazz Deluxe Rosewood, just a fine bass. And Stick's real name is Roger, and he's playing a Rogers kit. We try to keep that part simple. So.
Nice.
You ever hear of a band called Venus Gas House Trolley? He does similar poetry, similar, yeah. I think they're out of Wisconsin.
How does he get gigs? Because the Moose won't let me back.
The Russians are screwing my effing computer, the freaking Ruskies. What the hell are they doing in Ukraine? I don't care.
Is it a content thing, you think, with the why don't they want you back, Tater? You get wasted and try to place part or something? Or
No, I can play a gig without these songs just fine. You know?
I'm sure. When you were I always ask about music, like whenever you were younger, like when you were a kid, like and you remember somebody turned on a radio and you understand that it was music. Do you remember what the first song you remember was?
And Nancy Sinatra, Boots Are Made for Walking. And I didn't even have the video to look at. But you know. I remember we had like a green GE radio, ancient thing.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like the song that we hear when we're young that makes us now Phil's doing breast art for you.
No, it's not. How do you? It has nothing to do with that. It's Snoopy's nose looking at a dartboard. What are you kidding me? Sublimity? What do you?
It looked triply nipply. That's what I saw.
Triply nipply. I saw that. Yeah, it was quite.
Ever see Snoopy's nose?
There's something just naturally appealing about breasts. You can't lie, no matter who you are, women, male or female, or he or she. We all like boobs. It's just something you just can't avoid. We all start eating there. That's our first restaurant we go to. Most of us, you know. I mean, it's important.
Yeah, I put on the top 10 or 100 most watched shows of the month on one of my cable networks, and most of them have breastages on it.
Oh,
Sex sells, boobies sell. That's fine. I love it. What's to complain about? They love it. I love it. That's fine with me. You know.
Do you have anything coming up, Tater, that you're looking forward to, or any kind of events or music or anything that you're doing personally? I'd like to come see you sometime, play.
Well, I want to say if anybody wants to buy any of these original songs or want to hear them, they can get them at the Phil and Jon Zone. If they're listening right now. Can't get it at Spotify. You need to be right here, right now. You can't get it on.
You got to come over to my house.
And once you hear them, you'll never get them out of your head. It's a forever thing. It's the always thing you'll always have with you for your whole life. But it could be like a scar. It could be a good memory. You never know. I love it. You know, they told me that you wrote songs, Tater, and you have quite the eclectic stuff you share with us so far. I'm impressed, dude. I think it's very cool, man. Are you a fan of Tater now, Mr. Phil?
Yes, I am. Yes, I like French fries also, and tater tots.
Taters in general are something that I've always been comfortable with. There's never been a
Potatoes are great to grow if you get a bag of potatoes. If you have a garden, you just throw them in the dirt. You get mini potatoes. Those are the best. So,
I did a gig in Pontiac, and for Halloween, I thought I'd be funny and go as a baked tater. So I wrapped myself in tinfoil when I got there. Bought a lot of tinfoil. And in case you don't know, under stage lights, tinfoil would kick your ass. by the second set, well, on the first break, I had to get all that stuff off, and I wasn't so good the rest of the night after that. I was like, I'm warm.
Microwaving your indoors, man. You're making microwaving your indoors.
Kind of what it was designed to do. I just didn't go that far with it.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, that is awesome. You know, Tater, like I said, you asked him what kind of good shows he saw. He also saw that Ed Anderson show with me last weekend, and we've both been spoiled with music lately. And I don't even know what the next thing I'm going to see is, but I'm sure it's going to be something that if I see Tater Staley on a bill somewhere, I'm going to go check it out, man, for sure.
I know Ed's got an open mic going, I think, every Thursday down in Havana. He used to, when he's in town, he'd come down to Diggers and jam with us. He can play anything. Always sounds great.
Why didn't you go to Chicago? See Snowshoe tomorrow. See.
Snowshoe. All right.
No, you guys are from the Central Illinois. I'm from Chicagoland.
Man, Chicago's way out in the sticks for us, man, and we're way out in the sticks for you guys.
I know. I'm closer to Wisconsin. Talk
You
about
are
what I'm doing
closer.
after. I'll talk about during the show later.
Oh, I see. Okay, whatever. I see. Yeah. So what do you
Okay,
think?
I can talk about it. Yeah, I'll be at a great show tonight. Old Shoes, Snowshoes tomorrow in Chicago at the Chop Shop with Old Shoe, Chicago Funk Mafia, Joe Marcinic, Bill Grady, Josh Olkin, and Ben Wright.
Yeah, that'll be an amazing night of music.
And I'll be there with some album art, and what a great night in Chicago.
You know, I just thought about this, Phil, because you always do this when the guest's on. You always talk
You
about
do
what
the
you're-
poster, Johnny.
what you're gonna do next, and I used to kind of get irritated, like he's interrupting the dude that we were interviewing, you know. But you know what? That was kind of like a pause for a station identification situation there. It was like an
In
advertising.
other words, I interrupted. Well,
Tonight's show is sponsored by Idaho Russet and Snowshoe tomorrow night, yeah, for sure. And Tater Staley for sure. Really, really awesome, Tater. I bet
Lane
you,
Staley? No.
I bet Tater's got more music in him. I can tell he's loosening up a little bit. I gave you little shoulders there. I saw
Tater,
him.
fill your beer up and let's roll, man. One more
He's like-
song at least. Come on.
All right, I got the most recent love song I wrote. Let's see. I'll use an acoustic on this. I'm gonna get rid of this bass.
Okay, all right. We'll do one more change over.
Couple.
Let Tater play their song,
Couple.
folks. Thank you. If you're just
You know-
tuning in now,
Now what are you drinking, John? Moonshine?
No, it's beer. It's a Shiner
You
bottle.
came over to my house. You said you didn't drink much, and now you're turning into an alcoholic.
You know what happened?
Hey.
You guys were a horrible influence on me. I wanted to drink. When I got home,
Hey.
I drank since then. Whoa. The new Riders of the Purple Sage. I just noticed that. What it said on that shirt. So, folks, we don't have any sponsors. If you want to check out My Tall Tripod on
They
YouTube,
wrote the song.
go to the Castle Theater, go to the Canopy Club, go see live music. If you see a band coming to your town that you've never heard, go check them out. It could become your favorite new band, man. We really appreciate live music. That's why we do this. Me and Phil met at a concert, at an event, and we decided that we would that is a killer backup band. We decided that we would be friends forever. I guess apparently so far 100 weeks in, and 100 weeks in, a special 100-week show with our good friend 100 Taters over here. I do believe the man could eat 100 taters if he was hungry, but I'm not holding that against him because I love potatoes too. Now, can I ask you, Tater, why they call you Tater?
Yeah, and my size names come and go. They come and go. You know, Johnny Green Giant or Bubba or this or that.
Hagrid.
And Hagrid. In fact, last night I tried to get a chair at the Harry Potter table without paying. It didn't work at the Canopy Club, but I gave it a shot.
That's funny.
But
You are Hagrid. I can see that for sure.
So we're playing this place every Sunday, and the names are like new every week, and they get on this tater tot, and it's a couple weeks of tater tot. But I know it'll go away soon. And then, like in the middle of the set, the guy, our fearless leader Dave, he shouts out and says, "Sally, show Tater Tot your tits." And I'm like, "Goddamn, my name is Tater Tot. Come on." He said, it's a love song.
We're talking to Tater Staley. Let's give it up to him for a few more minutes here, Phil. Thanks, Tater.
Thank you, guys. I don't think I've ever played these songs this early in the day. She a smile, make the polar caps melt. She's got a smile, says go fuck yourself. She's got a smile, says just play the cards you dealt. She's got a 5-star nipples and a cougar pelt. 5-star nipples. Cougar pelt. 5-star nipple. I picked this up from John Black. 5-star nipple. When she was younger, she barely had mosquito bites. She got curves from boom boom headlights. Now she dancing girls around like a side zipper kitten hill booty, making her the most exotic fella ever felt. She's got 5-star nipples and a cougar pelt.
Sing about nipples a lot.
What the hell? I got another verse.
Sorry.
She's got a smile like a red sunlight. She's got a smile, says, man, you ain't right. She's got a smile, says, go fuck yourself. And when I do, I'll be thinking about her. When I do, I'll be thinking about her. When I do, I'll be thinking about her 5-star nipples and her 5-star nipple. Cougar pelt. 5-star nipple and a cougar pelt. She's got a smile that'll light up a psych ward. Smile back and you will never be bored. I wrote that about a girl.
Not me, some other girl.
Well, that's fantastic. I appreciate her spirit there during the. That's awesome. Teresa's awesome. She definitely encouraged me to have you part of the show, Tater. I'm not regretting it one single bit, man. Thank you, Teresa.
It's nothing without me.
Hey, you guys are awesome, and I'm glad we're all friends now. You know, it's a pretty cool thing, you know. And I'm
a muse. I'm his muse.
You amuse us. You amuse pretty much everyone that meets you there, Teresa.
Except that security guard on the right side.
That security guard didn't like me.
Which is nice.
No.
Always somebody.
Wait, was he giving you a hard time? I saw that you were enjoying yourself. And were they harassing you last night for moving, or were they?
You could only dance on the left side of the club. She was wanted girl.
No, I was a little buzzed, and he had on this hat and it had a big patch on it that said bitch, like a white patch, and it said bitch. And then right above it, it said another word, surprise bitch. So it's supposed to say surprise bitch, but like the surprise you couldn't see. So I'm joking with him and I'm like, hey bitch. He was so not amused. Like he took the hat off and just glared at me for hours.
That's awesome. That was
I know.
That's funny. You never know what's going to happen at a Todd Snyder show. You just don't know what's going to happen. I always tell there was somebody sitting next to us who'd never seen Todd before, and I told her right away. I was like, "Hey, nothing's guaranteed, man. You made it to the show tonight, but you may or may not see him." I mentioned it last night, but I've been to 3 Todd Snyder shows where he didn't play. I've been to 10 shows, but I've been to 3 of them where something happened. You know, he couldn't play, whatever it was, and that's okay. It was part of the excitement, I guess. But hey, there's Phil going to join us again for the Phil and Jon Zone. He's making a rare appearance on our show, apparently. But yeah, Tater, it's awesome to meet you, man. Awesome to spend time with you. I really like what you do. And if Phil's got anything else you want to say to Tater here, buddy, or for a request?
Thank you very much, Tater. I'm sorry, interruptions. That was very cool. I got muted most of the time. My dog farted, and then he leaves the room. So anyway, great to hear you. I'll see you in the summer somewhere in Bloomington or in Chicago tomorrow, but I'll see you down the road. Thank you for coming on the Phil and Jon Zone show, man.
Thanks for letting me do this. You guys got a great thing.
There's a dude with a bitch hat on.
Thank you, Tater.
He's unhappy
Yeah.
with his dancing. Yeah, thank you, Tater, very much. Anything else you want to say, Tater, before you go? Any kind words for the whole world that might eventually see this? Who knows?
This room's a mess, I tell you.
That's right. We appreciate.
Gotta clean this.
We
Tell her
appreciate.
to quit drinking so much.
We appreciate you putting forth the extra effort and playing songs for us, Tater. Thank you for being on the show, and we will see you real soon at a show, bud. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, guys.
Peace on.
Wow, Phil, what about that, dude? That was cool, man. Tater Potato. I like that. That's cool. There's a girl that used to work at the True Value by my house named Tater. I think Tater is a universal name that anybody can have. Tater wanted to see some titties, he said, so he became Tater. That's what was the story goes.
What was that? Tater's a universal name anybody could have. Yeah, anybody could have any name they want.
Sure. Hey, anybody can do anything they want to do, and that's the way the world works. And I'm just happy that we have people who are willing to do stuff we do.
Yeah.
And video has ended. Well, it hasn't ended, man. Let me see what's still. I gotta refresh something here. Another. I don't know. No, we're still live. That's the story goes.
No, seriously, but while when the musicians are on, you mute, and my dog's sitting in there in a chair over that way. I get another chair. The room's pretty big. He farts and leaves the room. He always, Oh,
it's been kind of a big week for sports, hasn't it?
What?
Kind of a big week for sports, hasn't it?
Sports?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna work our way into Sports Minute here because I'm gonna bring somebody else to join you for sports tonight. But
oh no, I know who he
not
is.
a total surprise, but he really wants to be part of our show, so we're gonna bring him in here in a few minutes. And we're gonna do sports, but kind of get a few minutes to think about like what you want to talk about with sports. So I got sports stuff in here tonight. Is there any sports stuff?
Okay.
I got sports stuff. Hold on. Now, it's not organized team sports, but it's a sport. So that's my sport. I think that's probably the only sport that's in the room, other than washboarding. Maybe washboarding is a sport. Billy Bass is a sport. I'm digging Billy Bass, man. But we'll see if we get this guest in here for sports in a minute because I'd really like to see him and say hi to him. He's been begging to come on the show for a few weeks, and he told me it says in the message here that he's sober, which to me is
then he's not. Once you say that, you're through. That's a bunch of
trade-off.
Once you say I'm going to try to be sober, you're not sober. Just don't say it and do it. What am I, a philosopher? I think I know who it is.
I like the drawing stuff. That's fun. Security guy. I'm doing security guy here. Is what I'm doing right now. So
yeah.
Security guy who told her, please, no dancing on that side of the show, please. So, I love the smell of Sharpie. Actually, the more I work with Sharpie, the better.
Oh, look at! I got the big, thick, king size old time school one, Johnny.
Oh, those are really hot. Those are big too. Those are hard to work with.
I got 12 of them. I'll put them in your goodie box.
Those those markers are a different kind of ink.
I mean, seriously, they got it. Yeah, those are the bomb. And those,
but that one
Sharpies are like batteries. You need them, but they run out.
They run out,
right?
And that tip, it starts as a Sharpie, becomes a dolly really quick. Like in about 15 minutes, it's a dolly. They don't stay sharp. So I would like to work with the people at Sharpie to try to hone that point so it lasts more than so this Sharpie until that you run out of ink. Because a Sharpie, it starts off beautifully. When you're writing with it, it's so pretty. And then about an hour later, it looks like a big old clodhopper marker like you have in your hand there.
Right. And remember when the people who enjoy John's artwork and mine, and you see it as a festival and always want a Sharpie.
They always want a Sharpie, don't they?
Yeah. You know what? I always say that beforehand if they ask for one. No, Chester, I'm busy.
It's time for sports, folks. We don't always talk about sports in the show, but I can tell a little story about sports, and then he'll tell us a bunch of stuff about sports.
Hold on, I got to drink something before he gets on. Oh, great.
Too late, dude. He's on. Nice clean. The chin looks very close to the edge of the beard. It's not buried.
What does he think he is? He's in the Karma Sutra. He's in a 12-week cleanse with Aaron Rodgers. He's eating mushrooms and throwing up and drawing blood. He's a freak on a leash. It's Eason. Let's go. going on, Don?
Bone, I freaking don't have the heat on, so it's a little chilly. When it's cold, the heat turns on. But when it's like mediocre like this, the heat doesn't turn on. So I got a little blankie, all right? I'm in short sleeves. All right.
So welcome to the show, Ethan. Welcome back. It's very good to see you, buddy. How you been?
Hey, John,
You know-
I haven't been very good, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm a little kidding.
I
That's
don't want to talk
because
about it. I got cut off last time I talked about it.
Well, listen, you've always got a friend. Call me off, so I'm here, buddy. You know that. And
Let me
you broke your jaw. You got in trouble. You this happened, that happened, the other thing happened. But you know what? You're sitting right here in front of us right now, and your mouth is curved upward a little bit, which almost is a smile.
It is
That's
a
creepy.
smile. I still got all my teeth. Well, I guess I lost one.
None of us have all of our teeth. That's not a real
As
thing.
I say, I lost one years ago, I guess.
But Easton Bishop, folks, he's a sports fan. He wants to join Phil for a minute with sports or 2 minutes with sports. So you guys, give it up. Talk about some sports, man.
I'll probably talk too much. You better guarantee that. Freaking Phil. Hey,
all right. What's going on right? Hey,
What-
what's going on right now is March Madness going to start at 6:00 tonight.
10, I
Sweet
believe. I think
16,
it's the right time.
I did have Houston, but I do have UCLA winning it all. I got 3 out of 4 still in the brackets. Laura's got 3 out of 4 still alive. You know, you can't
Who's
always
got
pick
3 out of 4. Who's,
No, nobody's got it, dude. Isn't that crazy, Easton?
how is that?
Well,
Fucking nuts.
Arizona and Gonzaga lost yesterday. How do you have 3 out of 4?
well, before the brackets started, you know, did you watch every game? I like sports too. But the point is, I
Yeah.
picked the same ones in some of the but once you watch them play in the tournament, there's no way. Going into that game, I picked both teams to lose as of last night. Anyway,
Did you really? Good job, motherfucker.
before the tournament,
This is
no.
not a child programs
No.
like us.
You had to pick the game last night. It was simple. And you were getting points. Arkansas was they were getting 7.5 against
I wasn't
Gonzaga.
going to touch that game, though.
Easy win.
Sometimes Arkansas loses by 30, though, because all they are a bunch of guys that can fly through the roof. They're not real basketball players. They can't shoot the ball. They got that
What
one.
are they, aliens?
What's his name? Noda? Is that one kid that can shoot the basketball?
Yeah.
The other kids can't shoot the basketball. They got that big boy in the middle. That Middleton, I think his name is. Heck, Middleton in the middle. Huh, makes sense.
All right. Baseball season's starting. I'm a Cub fan, Cardinal fan. I can't really get into baseball right now, but March Madness is on the brew. College.
So Purdue's going to beat.
Purdue's going to beat St. Peter's, but I got 12.5 in St. Peter's.
No, I don't like St. Peter's.
I'm getting 12.5. I'm
No,
in
Purdue's gonna
I'm in
beat
a
them by
survivor pool,
22.
so I need Purdue. I'm
No, it's
11.
time for St. Peter's run to be over. I disagree with that decision.
Well, I didn't play the over number, but I like the switch of screens.
What's the
so
over
give me a
under?
few more teeth.
What's the over under? Now,
I don't have it. I don't have it with me, but I have all that stuff.
I'll
I
take
try to do
Kansas.
everything. I should have it in my head because usually on Fridays I do everything before 6 o'clock, and we've been running overboard lately. We've been going pretty long lately.
Yeah, no, it's been
I
last
kept you all weekend last weekend.
I didn't
Yeah, I
even
did all
think-
my fantasy picks because I'm in a lot of stuff for the brackets and stuff, which I enjoy actually.
Hey, I got to turn into my 5 keepers league in baseball by tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Well, I do all that stuff. So if you want to, I enjoy that.
I do too. Yeah. I'm
you get-
Anthony Rizzo, I guess.
Oh, you're not okay. No, you're still. You're no.
Hey, what team's going to win this year, the World Series and stuff? I think it's this team.
No.
St. Louis Cardinals.
The
The
State
White
Birds,
Sox got a
man.
chance.
Yeah, it's probably the Cardinals.
There's a good chance the Cardinals. You know, the odds are good for the Cardinals. If you really go if you go through history and see how many years they were good, the odds are good compared to other teams.
Here's
man.
my NBA Finals: the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, how? What is it? Repeat from last year?
No, Milwaukee won it last year, but Brooklyn's favored. Phoenix is underrated and they don't have Chris Paul playing.
But it is a
Um,
repeat from last year, isn't it? It
You're a
is.
Cardinal fan. Both you guys are,
You zip it. You zip it.
Finally, we're in charge. Central Illinois for the win. That's way more than a minute, but man, Yeah, is there anything more important to talk about?
Well, like I said, there's two.
You know, I get into sports in fall, winter. Once it's summertime, I enjoy baseball. I enjoy March Madness right now. Before you know, it's time to play outside, musically, gardening, nature, music festivals. But how many we got? About 12, John?
That's music sport.
We'll be gone. So sports is less. So it's baseball season, which is boring because it's 162 games, and these suckers went on strike. So, well, sports wise, you know, there's fishing, there's hunting. I know people had some great venison the other day, and that's part of sports thing of hunters. I went to a local butchery in Aurora that's been around 120 years in Aurora, building still standing. And I got some venison. These people about 70 years old came with the deer they shot and brought it in, and they made sausage out of it. And the next week I got some of it, so it was a beautiful thing. So that's part of sports.
Sports. I'm watching the Olympics because I like the Olympics. But there's this one sport like it's called skiing and sniping, where they ski and then they shoot things and then they ski some more and then they shoot.
That is really good, John. I like
what
that.
The hell is going
and for the soccer fans,
who invented that sport? That doesn't make any sense.
I feel like skiing down the hill and killing a few things, and then skiing down the hill again and killing a few. That's got to be like someplace where it's cold all the time and they're at war.
You should have to go pick up the animals too. You know what I mean? You gotta go pick it up. You gotta put it in your fucking sack in the back and go down the hill. Because what
I was looking at some old stuff. There's an old thing from Anonymous X, Brian Flick's son, who did for me at your house.
Oh, is that Brian's?
Okay. Yeah.
Son, you said.
X, yeah. We've been man, I'll tell you what, we've been lucky to do this show for 100 shows, Easton. This is our 100th show, man.
100th fucking show. You believe
100th show.
This long?
Easton's
I
grinding.
remember back in show like heck, 18, 19. I used to watch every single one of your shows week after week.
Yeah. Well, when we started,
it's a weird time. And what the bizarre thing is, we've been consecutive for 100 weeks. But, you know, it's not like 100 up 3 this. It's been weekly.
We're like this close to passing Howard Stern.
Well, okay, the scale is this big here. And yeah, you probably are about that.
You know what we're missing, John, from Howard Stern?
3 Snoopies, folks. 3 Snoopies.
Snoopy.
Is Staley still on? Do we have access if he's still on?
It's funny. I watched.
Still in the waiting room. Did you want to ask him something, or did you?
I want to show him my castle. I saw his one a while ago. You should see this son of a bitch.
You got a beer castle going? Well, you know what? He might be watching. You might as well like show it and sit and let people see. You got a beer castle.
I had to walk. I wanted him. It's 250 empty 30 packs. All right. I have one pile, John.
Easton, it's worth it.
30 packs.
Is it like in another town? Because if it's on your property, there's no reason you don't show people this obstruction of vulgarity that you have. So we've seen a castle on here. We've seen a house made of concrete.
We should not even talk about our Illinois.
You remember that house?
Both your lack of knowledge of sports compared to me from Chicagoland. We have other people throughout the United States watching us.
Hey, folks, that's sports. For a guy who really doesn't understand sports to another guy who really loves sports, we are 2 best friends who don't give a fuck. So that's sports, our sports minute, and we appreciate Easton always coming in and doing. He's going to show us his creation, which now most of the stuff Easton's done, we're not proud of him for. This is probably going to be one of those things that we're not totally proud of, but we're going to go ahead and check it out.
Ooh, I like it.
I think I broke. Hey, I just broke my lantern. I ain't shitting you.
You just broke into a house? What?
No.
He broke into his landlord's house, dude, I think. He's in his landlord's house right now. He's looking for the rent check.
I'm waking him up.
Shut up.
I'm going to go tear the rent check up, and then they won't be able to charge me for it. You know, yeah, no, they won't know I'm living here anymore.
I fully paid for my house.
Hey, John, this thing really does smell, doesn't it?
You got a lot of good art around your house, Easton.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
A lot of it's yours.
Easton bought a couple of my really nice pieces. Easton's got one of the Shoe Fest piece with the circles and stuff that you got there. It was from a Chicago Farmer show, I think. You got that piece, don't you?
Steelers. What the hell is that? You guys are taking too long. I'll be ready.
Dude, he's taking us down in the Easton dungeon. Folks, this is a tour of Easton's house, man. You may not be able to see this again, so soak it up.
Holy shit. I think that's over 250, John. Gotta be 250. Gotta be 250.
So let me ask you this: is that the whole half of your basement filled with beer boxes? You know, they got a recycling program somewhere around here. You know, you can.
No, you know I collect these things and I freaking build objects.
Show the pile again, real quick. I want to see the pile again because I want to see when the girl comes busting through it, the pretty girl.
Well, there's no bus. There's no girl bus. Well, there's a girl in the house, I think.
You might have mice in there. Do you know? Maybe you have some mice? You got mice? No,
I got cats.
They're cats. Okay. You should actually build a fort out of it. I think you should probably do that for the next time we see you, because
This one's a castle, John. I already built the boat. I already built the house. You know, but this one's more boxes than what I had before. I don't know. You're in my bedroom now. Nobody gets to see this bedroom. It's mine. Actually, you do get to see it.
Oh yeah, so that's it. We need to get Phil back here because we're gonna take 1 minute for a station identification, folks, and we'll be right back. And we're gonna do the ABCs. And Easton, you know the ABCs. You want to stick around? Don't leave. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That one's better.
Wait a minute, I got a theme song for you. Wait, before we go any farther, you've gone too long without a theme song. It's time. In a time of little joy, two guys from Illinois took fate in their own hands to send the show out to the land. Art's not gonna got it here. Music plays for your good cheer. Think you're ready, then grab a beer. Come on and watch the Phil and John show. Phil and John show. They're showing up and there's nowhere to go. Well, Phil and John show. Phil and John show. They're playing so hot that it's melting the snow. Yeah, Phil and John show. Phil and John show. Don't know where this will go. Phil and John show.
Did I guess that right, John? 47.
That is unbelievable.
Tell you what, we've been lucky. These 100 shows have some serious, crazy, wacky shit go down, man. People have written songs for us. We have 2 or 3 theme songs. Cody wrote us one. Oliver wrote us one. I think somebody else made up one while we were sitting around doing something. Then we've had musical guests. We've had crazy friends. We've had times when there was just me and you, Phil, and nothing to do. And there was times when Tommy Dean came on, and Tommy Harmon, and Chad Ing, and of course Easton Bishop. I mean,
what's Dean and Mindy been doing? I haven't seen them in a while. Well, I haven't seen them since Sugarfest.
they have a little gallery up in North Side of Chicago. They can share artwork out of and stuff. That's what they do during the winter right now. And I'm not sure. Hopefully, he's making some art and doing some coloring and stuff.
Yeah, I have in Tom Dean's art gallery in Chicago on Montrose called
Horny Goat Weed by Tater Staley.
Horny Goat Weed. Get a hotel
Yeah.
room. Get a room.
So we've done a show 100 times.
It's called Happen Space. I have about 150 records down there in a gallery with other, I'd say 6 or 7 artists on all their arts up in there. It's not open daily. You can go down. It's called Happen Space on Montrose Avenue in Chicago. So we might stop by there, Tom Dean, if you're watching tomorrow, to rotate some stuff out before we go to Snowshoe. So it's a personal announcement. Is Tom Dean on?
I don't know where that's at.
So starting off with the pre-letter to the alphabet, I'm going to say that we're going to talk about things we've done 100 times now.
In the last 100 days.
In the last 100 days, or perhaps it's
can't go that far.
There's a little you can stretch out if you need to a little bit. Okay, but in the last 100 years, things we've done 100 times. And if you can come up with something in the last 100 days, that's extra points. And I'm going to say that Easton gets to go first with the ABCs tonight. And you just got to come up with something with the first letter of the alphabet that you did in the last 100 days, 100 times, or something close like that.
No, it's got to be 100 times in 100 days.
Well, that's
Like,
tough
for
to do,
instance,
though.
For
because-
example, if you took acid 100 times in the last 100 days, you could say acid, but most likely you didn't, hopefully, take acid.
Well, you did
100 times in the
Xanax
last
100 times. You told me you.
I've
That was,
never
hey,
done
that
that
could towards
100
Z. That's
times.
fine for X.
Personally, I had never been prescribed Xanax, to be honest. Hey, I've done acid over 100 times. You set me up there, John.
All right.
All right, well, we'll give you
It's
that for
not
the first
drugs
one.
we've done.
Oh,
What a bunch
geez.
of druggies. People are watching go, we're talking drugs. We could have talked
was
ate
over the
fruit.
years.
I ate an apple. We were talking about Xanax and acid. Come on.
He set me up. It's his fault. Let's blame John for this one, Phil. Gosh,
All right.
darn.
Okay.
Yes, I've done
Hey,
it over 100 hits.
I kicked my ass 100
Who
times.
cares?
Go ahead. 100 times in the
Would you
last
do
100
it
days. East
for
and go.
A? What'd you do, Phil?
Oh,
No,
I'm
he's
starting A.
on B. He's on B.
Okay,
Oh,
the
B?
new rule is that if
Um,
somebody comes up with an
B,
answer, you can rebuttal their answer if you have a good one too. Anybody,
yeah, you can rebut. You can have it. I burped 100 times every day. I mean, 100 times.
You probably
once
did.
at least in 100 days. I don't know.
Yeah.
I burped. Yeah, I burped.
Us drinkers, we probably have. You're
Cheers,
right.
cheers. If we drink every letter, we have to take a sip of something. Yep. No.
Well, I got
All
I
right,
don't
for C.
cold beer anymore. I drink them hot now.
That's why my relatives don't watch the show anymore because they don't drink anymore.
Okay, for C, something I've done 100 times in the last, well, say 100 weeks, we'll say, is I've called Phil 100 times, or messaged him, or got him on Facebook, or Zoomed. We talked over 100 times, so I've called Phil. Because I think this is a phone call, like it's a Jetson phone call, and I haven't called any of my friends 100 times, except for maybe my friends out of high school. So cheers, Phil. I love you, buddy. It's good to see you this 100th week again. So I called Phil.
I mean,
All right. Hey, I'm going to rebuttal this one because I'm going to be the first one to use one. Being a cock 100 times in the last 100 days. I guarantee you that.
we could nuke you.
No, we can't, because that's so
Started, Phil. That was good.
Hey,
this is not a job.
That's good, honest answer, Phil, because the dude probably has been to C for like the last 100 days.
And it's not a child show. We already got the parental warranty at the beginning.
Yeah, we already sung about nipples and moisture and stuff like that earlier in the song. So this 100 show is for adults and children.
That's the greatest word in the world. Moist.
this is 100 show is for adults and children of adults who have an open mind to language. I mean, silly. The guy last night asked a question about why you hadn't heard of some poet just because he had bad language in his poems, and so they didn't teach it in school. So there's some really important shit that happened in history, but because it had bad language in it, they don't teach it to kids. And that's fucked up because that's history. Anyway.
True that. Definition of language is so vague and fucking right there.
All right. Hey, what letter?
Your D.
Nuke him. Mute.
He likes the D.
He's a D, so you're D, Boyne.
I fed the dog. Is that a dog word? That's an F though.
No, that's good.
It is a dog fed.
Dog fed, yes.
Dog fed. All right, you're gonna play that game? I'll play the black and white smelly artwork. You don't have my smelly thing. All right, dog fed. I feed the dog every day.
I don't like it to rebuttal.
It's a quick one. We don't have
Are
all
we seriously
day to do
on D?
it.
Are
We
we on
have
D
shit to do
seriously?
on Fridays.
100 things that I've done that start with a D.
100 times.
But you can't repeat
better
what
one.
it said, though, John. You can't
No, I took a duty.
Oh my goodness.
Ethan was going to say diarrhea. Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Oh, I hope not. Poor fella. It happens to the best of us. It's okay.
All
I took
right.
a duty.
I'll move this along a little quicker. F-bomb. I've dropped the F-bomb 100 times the past 100 days for sure. Gosh darn it.
Because after D comes F, right? That's
No, it's E.
Come on. We'll pick up.
Did I have E?
E. Is it E or F with the F-bomb? Well,
all right, so you're spelling it. You're spelling EFF F-bomb. Okay, all right, I get it. You know what? I'll just check with the rules. That's an acceptable answer.
It is.
F-bomb. So for G, Phil, you got G. We're just gonna throw it random here. Phil, you got G.
All right. Gee, what do I do every day?
Goose Laura.
Yeah, pass gas.
You every day you listen to the Grease soundtrack.
No, that's not that. I'm trying to think of something different. Oh, I could say I eat garlic every day.
Yeah. Garlic.
Really?
I bet you've eaten
Yep.
garlic at least 100 times.
I can honestly say 7 days a week I probably eat something with garlic. Not probably, I do. I
like
eat fresh garlic
powder.
and no salt garlic, but garlic powder, but fresh garlic on something for dinner or lunch, whether it be a leftover garlic bread or garlic. Because I love it. And I looked at my garden. I have 3 different types of garlic, and they're growing in the garden. I love growing. Well, that I don't do that every day. I wish I could. Yeah, I love that. So
you seem taller every time I see you. You seem taller every time I see you. So I'm guessing that you do like growing.
I think everybody's getting shorter, man. And I'm only 6'1".
We needed that sound shorter, John. Come on. You know.
I think Easton's up for H. We're just gonna throw it to Easton. Easton, you got H.
Heart-filled cry 100 times last 100 days, guaranteed.
So do you cry after you're cocked to somebody? Then do you go cry back in your heartfelt? So it heals it. It fixes that part.
I got some weird fucking shit going on in my life. There's a
I
girl.
know you do, brother.
Another girl's heart I broke. I don't know. That's what I've been doing lately, John.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days.
Yeah, that's want to get specific.
Heartfelt tears, he says. Heartfelt tears. So H for I'm gonna say for 100 times in the last 100 days or so, or 100 weeks, I have got irritated almost 100 fucking times. I'm sure at least. I got so irritated. You know, listen, I'm cool around the collar. I'm cool. You know, I try not to let that stuff show. But you can ask Phil. I get irritated sometimes.
I know you do, John.
I was irritated 100 times in the last 100 days for sure, about something.
Yeah. We all
Jay.
Stages.
Okay.
Sorry, John. Or sorry, fucking your bone on this. What's the deal with your bone names? Your old lady? Well, Phil?
Yeah, it's my old lady's name. Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, I use an
Here's the
alias.
Now this is a countdown because every time I change it to the Phil zone, he freezes up and disappears.
Shit. I changed my name, but I got a new PC, so that's why mine's.
Shit, I barely know how to turn on the computer when it didn't work on. I freaked out, but they were re-upgrading my computer so I turned it on and I'm thankful. J is for this is cheesy, but I'm joyful. Joyful doesn't sound good, but I have a lot of joyful. Yeah, I'll use joyful just because I wrote it down. Joyful that every day, man, I get to be happy that I see friends and family, and then and I'm joyful. I'm happy or joyful that I'm get to be around people daily.
So new word for the night, folks, is joyful.
That's good. Look at I did mine really.
No kitties in that one though.
Joyful. You can still see the marks where I pushed the marker down real hard on the parts, the dirty parts. So joyful, that's the new word for tonight, folks. Joyful. Yeah, because he is, and I wouldn't be as happy through all this had I not had something to like really keep my mind going and keep myself going. And Phil, you've been one of it. Easton, thanks for being part of all this that we do. We're not done yet, of course.
Well, sometimes.
A lot of thanks tonight. 100 shows. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for there's Shay Campbell. Hey, Scramble Campbell. What's up, guys? 100 times.
Hey, Scramble.
Campbell's here. Hey, Campbell.
Campbell came in. Did you see he painted us, Easton? Did you see that he painted us?
No, I did not see Campbell painted us.
That is, yeah.
Was that when I was outside on that one episode?
It was when we were at Phil's house last week. Check it out.
Oh shit! Show me.
So we thankful to Scramble Campbell for our artwork for tonight, the Phil and John Show 100. I didn't start the show with it because I forgot I had it until we started the show. So that's still.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't make it to the end. It was basketball night. It was basketball.
Oh
I
yeah,
love the dogs.
last weekend you should have seen Phil. He was shaking his boots. He couldn't watch the basketball game. He was having a hard time.
I know.
Yeah, anybody who's tuned in tonight, Lynn, Chris Johnson, everybody who's part of what we do is wonderful. Thanks for being here. That's our station.
Lynn who?
Sponsorship tonight is by Scramble Campbell because he donated a painting, so we're going to say his name like 15 times during a show. Scramble Campbell, Scramble Campbell, Scramble Campbell, Scramble Campbell, Scramble Campbell, Scramble. I got most of them there. And
He reminds me of that Campbell girl from Colorado. I get mixed up with those two, John.
so here's the deal. Oh, Shea
Hey,
Berry.
John,
Shea
let
Berry
you and me talk.
is girls.
John,
Yeah,
John, you and me talk.
all right.
Okay, talk now. I muted him.
All right, yeah, no, just yeah.
No, we're on a letter. What letter are we on, Jay? We're on K. What did somebody
K.
do?
It's
Who
me.
wants it?
It's me. It's my turn.
All right, K. So you're on K.
No, it's I, isn't it? J-K. No, it is K.
I said joyful.
Yep, you're right.
Joy Phil.
All right.
Okay.
Joyful. K's a tough one.
K's a tough one, you know.
All right,
We don't want to know that you killed 100 people in the last and we don't want to know you got a ketamine issue. We don't want to hear these
That's
things.
pretty impressive, to be honest with you.
Now, if you had Special K every morning for breakfast, that'd be a good one, you know. But K is a tough word. There's no kangaroos around. Do you wear kilts?
Knees hurt. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, there we go. Knees hurt. That works. It's a K word. This is like Scrabble for stoners.
Sorry.
Knees do hurt, man. Oh man, that's crazy, Scramble. Thank you he sent me that painting. He says he sent something to me. He says I sent to you today, John. So I'm guessing that's painting. So thank you, Scramble, for whatever you've done for our show. It's wonderful. We appreciate your art and your inspiration.
Yes, he does do a good job. I remember his two episodes, I believe.
He's been on a couple times. We had an audio interview with him one time. Then he came on one time and showed us his stash of paintings, which just blew our minds. And I mean, I got a bunch around here too. I got some I can't even show, but
It was good to see him. Yes.
Yeah. Important in the world of what we do, Scramble. We just put that out to you because we were all into music and art and the whole combination of the two. So that's what we do. For L, I'm gonna say.
No, it's I. We skipped I, John.
I think I did I.
J-K-I. I did K. I.
God damn! Don't get pulled over tonight, all right? I does not come after K, dude. I-J-K-L. Okay, something like that. H-I-J-K-L. So L, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna disregard.
See, I was I. You told me that was K, but
if we're gonna, no.
Right.
Phil, we did I. I think I did I. I don't know what I said. Because I said I got irritated. And I'm right now.
Phil's getting irritated. Phil's
I'm getting irritated again because of this conversation, Eason. All right?
Eason. John, cut off Eason for a minute.
Cut off Eason for a minute, dude. You have to. Okay, he's muted. He's muted. So we're on L, Phil. Should we wait until we get back to him?
Oh, shit. I hear you, dude. I'll just.
Okay, so we're on L. Let's just go back to the letter of the alphabet. The whole part of this test is to see if we can even do the alphabet in the first place. Okay, so.
Well, you and me do it. I didn't. You know, I mean.
Last week you invited Pete to do it. We're gonna get into this. Is this it? We're gonna get in a fight, and then we're gonna leave Easton in charge of this shit. All right. Fuck this. I'm out of here.
Now, get Pete on here. Easton and Pete will just take care of the bitch. It's not a kid's show.
You got to do it faster, Easton. Come on.
I am doing a good job. So, am I in charge? No, John's still in charge of Pete. It's John and me. He's in charge of. No, it's L. L M.
100 times something I did with L is I licked the Tootsie Roll Pop. I didn't stop at 3.
In the last 100 days?
Oh, I had plenty of candy, I'm sure, in the last. I'm going to equate it all to one Tootsie Roll Pop.
All right. I've been gaining weight, so I've been doing this. I'm more than I should. That's it. Bam. I'm more than I should.
What's that, flapping your jaw?
No, I've been eating. God damn it. Look
What
at
the hell
me.
does eating? What the
Chin,
hell does
John.
hold on? What the hell does eating have to do with the next letter in the alphabet? Because I think we're on M.
M. I go, nom, nom, nom. So, nom, 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 nom is not a letter. Or unless I go,
All right,
mmm.
we'll let you have that. We'll let you have that so we can keep moving. Then you have N, Phil.
I've been eating nuts every day. I love nuts. They're healthy for you. So I've been eating a lot of nuts.
That starts with an I, Phil. I've been eating nuts. John just bitched me out. I'm gonna bitch you out.
All right, I'm gonna let you have that because I just can't. We can't go any further. What letter are we on? N, nuts. Okay, nuts. He said for nuts.
Oh,
Nuts.
you're
Oh, I watched Oprah like 100 times. Old reruns. No,
Have you really?
I didn't do that. That's horrifying. I didn't do that.
Tell the truth.
I opened the peanut butter jar 100 times in the last 100 weeks for sure. I opened the peanut butter jar 100 times. I love peanut butter, so I know I opened peanut butter 100 times.
I bet I've only done it 50 times.
Inhaled. Chris Johnson said inhaled, which is definitely all three of us could probably vouch for that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good
The
one.
last 10 days, I probably inhaled 100 times. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't had a cigarette, and I haven't had a cigarette, and I've drank it today. It's been really rough in 4 days. I'm trying to quit cigarettes, and the ladies came back and.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna keep this going on. He is easy. Potty time, 100 times. Last 10 days.
What'd you say? Personal attention?
Potty time.
Potty time. I already said duty, but I guess we'll let that.
No, HI.
Well, it's a different letter.
You're on HI over here. Phil says HI just now. Potty time. P. So Q. For what something I did, I quit bitching 100 times. I started 100 times too, but I quit bitching 100 times. Because when I get irritated, I start bitching and then I quit bitching.
All right, I can honestly say. I wait for the queen bee to come out and pollinate my garden. How's that sound?
Okay, all right. Phil, you can chime in on any of these letters, Phil, because you're.
I can do whatever I want.
Whoa! Don't do whatever you want.
N Jon Zone.
I want you to expand this, though. What do you mean by the queen bee comes and takes care of the garden?
To begin.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
If we don't have the queen bee, I
nobody's
look
had that- hold
forward
on, no,
to
no.
hearing the first robin chirp in the garden and the first queen bee to pollinate, to get its homestead in your area to pollinate your flowers and tomatoes and peppers. So I look forward to the queen bee coming home to roost.
I'm not sure
I don't think she's done it 100 times, though.
Hey, jackass, it's my letter.
I'm not sure that we should be having this talk with Easton. I think maybe his old man should have had it with him. Maybe the birds and the bees talk.
Snippet. Shut your mouth.
So he's waiting for the queen. So we're at R. So we're just going to keep it going to Easton. R, Easton. I think that's next.
Sit on the couch.
That totally starts at R.
Get high and watch tube.
I haven't rested with other women 100 times 100 days. I will admit that. But I've rested on the couch.
Wait, how do you breast? I want to breast.
I said rest. We're on R, John. It's not.
No, but there's an ongoing theme tonight. Thanks to Tater Staley, we have this breast theme all night.
True.
Yes, it probably won't be.
All right. Maybe I've breasted 100 times. Maybe I've pulled
Here's
that.
Scramble.
Scramble. I'm not watching porn anymore because you.
Hold on. Our committee.
Hold
on. Our committee just checked in. It does. I'm gonna have to mute. I'm gonna have to mute Easton because our committee just checked in, and it was Scramble, and he said that the rule book. He checked the rule book and the roommate agreement. And it says Phil can say whatever he wants. It's the Phil and John zone.
All right.
So anyway, let's keep. Can we?
Hey, Scramble. I just want to thank you honestly. For the painting that you did and package you got. I just want to thank you. I mean, sincerely, I'm bad at writing back and doing. I'm bad promoter of doing stuff, but I want to say thank you, Scramble, very, very much.
I love the way you word. I love the way you word that. That's really good. That's maybe the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Did it make sense?
Scramble, I'm sorry if I'm being a dick. I didn't mean it personally. I was just.
Anyway, we're on the next letter.
Hey, Easton, you're John.
Keep moving because I asked you magic. No magic 8 ball tonight. Okay, no magic 8 ball tonight. Now listen.
He already whipped out the magic 8 ball earlier.
S. What letter are we on? S. I put my shoes on 100 times in the last 100 days, for sure. Even if I stayed home, I almost put my shoes on every day because I take the dogs outside.
Ah,
I'm a
yes.
bad promoter of doing things. Is that what he said?
Ah, that fucker. I miss that guy. He was.
Oh, we miss you too, Easton. It sucks being away from everybody still, and
It does. I miss all you guys.
this is a Phil quote for the night because I'm doing my boss
All right.
attack tonight.
It's T. I'm T.
I'm a bad promoter of doing things.
Well, that makes total sense. I agree to that situation.
Yeah, this is okay. It's all
Phil,
right.
you tip it. No,
So
no,
last week we did not make it to the alphabet. We ended the show at S or Q or T or something. So let's keep moving.
no. We're not missing. We're
I
not,
said
we're
S.
not
I put my
today.
shoes on.
I'm
So,
a T.
so you have T, Easton. Let's get the sucker rolling. The train keep it rolling all night long.
Throw an empty beer can. I've done it over 100 times past 100 days. Guarantee you that.
Throw it a beer can. See, you're really, this is almost like a Rorschach test because you're giving us a lot of information about your world these days, Easton.
Shut up, John.
We
You guys all know I drink too much. Gosh darn it.
we always use our imagination, but okay, so he threw a beer can. So TU, what you do it 100 times in the last 100 days, Phil, that starts the U.
I underestimate how many great people there are in my life.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's really good, Phil. And I think that's probably the best one of the night because we do underestimate that. I mean, we don't take it for granted, but going out this week and having actually being in live with around people again after all this time, I saw music and I saw people I hadn't seen in years. And my big buddy Dave Hagar, he's a big guy, he's a big kind of big dude. I always go see shows at him. He told me that our show made him cry one night because it's made him feel so good that we were bullshitting and doing what we do on here, and it's not meant to have any kind of meaning or anything like that, you know.
Didn't Hagar used to go to Shoe Fest back then?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know, Dave. I can't picture.
Sorry to throw him under the bus, tell him he cried about the show, but he said he got emotional about the show because of what we've done over the last 100 weeks. 100 weeks, folks, of not seeing everybody like we would normally see everybody, of the world being in a weird place, of the leadership being strange, of the bad decisions by other countries' leadership, of my dogs howling, of people being sick and being
you around, John. Thank God. You and Phil. Phil and John.
Yeah.
I'm in the John. I'm in the Phil and John show. I'm in the John. I'm in the Phil and John show.
Anyway, folks, that was our good friend Easton Bishop coming in for Sports Minute. It never goes too short, it never stays too long, and we like to make sure he gets cut off at a good time. But Phil will be back in just a second. We'll finish out the alphabet maybe. We appreciate everybody tuning in. It's not about what we do or don't do on the show. Like I said, it's just about seeing each other and seeing you guys and making new friends. People that we've have come across during this show that have started hanging out with us, and now we're having friendships with them, and it's better than pen pals, really. Yeah, Scramble. We miss sports. We did do sports right before you got here. They got mad about it. That's why we brought Easton in. He's a sports fan. Hey, Scoob. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Scooby, come see Papa. Let's get on the show real quick. Come here. Come here. It's time for Papa to put Scooby on the show. Come here. I think I'll arrange the rest. Right. Yep. Tonight's show is sponsored by Puppy Dogs because they're awesome. And when you have Puppy Dog around, you feel good. This is my puppy dog, Scooby, and he's important. And I'll tell you one more quick story before we go tonight. It's about this stick behind me on the wall that you see all night. This is called the shillelagh. It's a one-of-a-kind handmade shillelagh made in Ireland. And my great-great-great-grandfather was in the Peace Corps in the Wind Calls way back in the 18-something or others. And he went to Africa in the Peace Corps, and he brought that walking stick with him to help him get along. And he got on to the boat back in Africa to head back to Ireland, and he said, should I go to Ireland or the same cost of a ticket goes to New York City? So he buys a ticket for New York City instead. All his friends encourage him to do that. On the boat over to New York City, he starts to hear a story and tale of a place called Dalton City. And he gets kind of excited when he gets to New York City because he has enough money left to get to a place called Dalton City. He buys a ticket. And there's a few Dalton cities on the map, and they have different price ranges because they're different distances. And he buys his ticket for a train for Dalton City. He's all by himself. He's not from here. He's Irish. He's fully an immigrant just coming here. And he gets on this train and rides this train. The train goes and goes and goes and goes for days. It stops. somewhere in the middle of Illinois, there's a town called Dalton City, and it's still there today. And that town today only has a few hundred people living in it. And my great grandfather, hold on, I'm finished my story. My great grandfather came from Ireland, accidentally ended up in Illinois, and that's why I'm here, folks. That's why my grandparents came. That's why everybody happened. He found him a farm to work at. When he got here, he walked 2 miles from the bus station, found a farm. Because that town I told you about, Dalton City, at the time only had two houses at it, 2 farms. Now the town of Dalton City, Nevada, man, it was booming, or Dalton City, wherever that was at. That's not where he ended up at. So that's why I'm in Illinois, and that's the walking stick he brought with him. Because my dad was the firstborn male of the family, and I'm the firstborn Griffin male of the family. I ended up with that walking stick. History, life, it's a wonderful thing. We're lucky to have it. Can't believe we've done this for 100 weeks, Phil. Are you still there? You don't have to come back if you don't want to. I get it. I understand. Somebody said that the best night they ever had when Phil quit. That was my good friend Jeffrey Blackmon. Thanks, Jeffrey, for being part of what we do. Thanks, Scramble. Thanks, Kristen. Thank everybody who checks it out, man. If you're out there and you get to share it and tell everybody. If you ever want to go back and watch any of these episodes again, all 100 episodes, or at least as many as I collected, I think it's like 97 altogether, are on youtube.com/JohnGriffinArt. There's a page out there. You can find me. Just go looking for Phil and Jon Zone on YouTube, and they're all out there in order. You can watch every minute of these shows that we've done, which it's a lot, but there's a lot of music, and you can scrub through to the musicians, and you can just see what happens, in that sense. And really appreciate everybody for doing what they do and being part of what we do. And at that note, I think I'm gonna go swimming, jump in the lake, and say goodnight for this 100th show. Phil, where'd you go, buddy? You there, Phil? Come back. We'll be back next week with 101 shows. We don't have any plan to stop, I don't think, and we'll see what happens. If you got any suggestions for guests, you can send them to me via message or put them on the Phil and Jon Zone page. Share the music there. I saw a really good musician last night called Aaron Lee Taston. Got to see him if you got a chance. It was a really good show. Blew it away.
I'm sorry. We're listening to you upstairs.
It's okay. I'm finishing out, and I just wanted to tell everybody good night for tonight's show. Phil, if you got anything you want to say after 100 weeks, before we let them go, and we'll talk a little bit
Where are
after.
we going?
Well, we're just going to let them have their night, man. It's Friday night. They probably should have cooked dinner about half an hour ago. And I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to have a couple more beers. Amy's coming home in a little bit from the Friday night stuff. And
well, I just want to say,
I'm thinking I'm going to give Scooby a bath.
What?
I think I'm going to give Scooby a bath. He has dirty paws.
Chester loves taking a shower with Dad.
Yeah.
He took a shower. It's pretty funny how he does it. I enjoy doing what we do. It's been 100 weeks, John. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you've done. And we've done it 100 weeks. Have you talked to anybody? Put it this way: have you talked to someone once a week, whether it be a relative or friend, as much? Every week we've talked for 100 weeks in a row. Yeah. And it's pretty special. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. What happens next? I mean, we're 4 weeks away from 2 full years of doing this. I don't really have anything more important to do on Friday afternoons, really, to be honest. I
don't care where we're at. And as the summer goes along, we're going to be together.
Yeah.
It's something that's different. I don't care who watches. We can talk together. We can be next to each other.
Yeah, man.
It's just something to do. You might not like me. I might not like you, but I love you. We all have our yings and yangs. We get, as I get older, I judge people, judge the world. I don't know about growing wiser and older. I don't know about wiser. I have opinionated, but I enjoy my music. I enjoy art.
So what thing did you do 100 times in the last year or 100 weeks that was starts with a V?
With a what?
The V.
A V.
We've got 3 minutes left here.
Okay. Invigorated my corpuscles when I take a hot and cold shower.
I love it.
I do believe that is a phrase. Yeah.
Yeah. For
Because I
X,
love my.
yeah. For X, 100 times in the last 100 weeks, I've definitely gotten excited. I'm going to use excited because close enough to an X word. I get excited every Friday. I don't know. Sometimes I get a little anxious, like in Friday mornings, and I kind of like get nervous what we're gonna do. Or I don't have a guest, or I don't know if I feel like doing it at all. And then but then like in the afternoon, today I tried to lay down and take a nap, and man, I just lay there for a minute, and I was like, oh, get up and start working on the show. Get up and start getting some stuff together for the show. And I didn't nap at all. I got right up to work on the show. So I've been excited like 100 times in the last yeah. So 100 excitements for sure. So X, Y, you got Y.
Why? I was going to say that, but that doesn't work. Yoga doesn't work. But I am going to the gym club 3 times a week now, starting this week. I already went once. Me and Laura go to the health club, do a workout. So it's not yoga. I just had to throw that in there. Why would be? I say yes. Yes. I like the word yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I said yes a lot in the last 100 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it be a game or what we're gonna do or what we're gonna see, what I'm gonna do. Like Chester's looking at me after the show. He knows we go for a mini. Yes. If I say the words right now, my dog's really smart. He's looking at me. Come here, Chester. Come on up. Yeah. He knows. He knows TV show. He knows John. He knows Scooby. Want to say hi? Say hi, TV show. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they had
He's a good dog. You'll see him at a festival, whether you're like him, you'll see him at the Phil and John Zone with Scooby. But he's my bud. Yes. Yes.
Yes. I like that. That's a great.
So hopefully I hear a lot of yes with college basketball tonight.
Yakety. Sheila Jones says yakety yacked.
Who said that?
Sheila Whitaker. Yeah, we do yakety yak. That's why we decided to do this show.
We yak.
We have a social thing going on.
I was going through all the people we've had on our show for 100, and it's brought a tear to my eye, some of the people, actually.
Yeah.
When I started writing on the rocks, I didn't put all the names on the back of the rocks you saw last week. I did all the 100 rocks.
Turned out fantastic. I forgot all about that. That's crazy.
No,
that was fun that night because we did that night, and it was just like I saw the rocks, and I got excited, and I said, we have to do this right now. And we did. We made it happen. I'm going to go ahead, and that's part of the video that we're going to end with tonight, I think, is the rocks. So folks, if you thanks for tuning in. We don't want to run off, but we got to go do our thing. We're going to talk a little bit after the show, Phil. And thanks for being part of what we do, man.